All right, students, this video is for the final assignment for the third quarter, which is chapter 9 on sectionalism. It's worth 50 points, due tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So to get there, you just click on it like we always do. It's on Teams. Hopefully you guys know where all the normal assignments are. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go over what you guys are going to be asked to do, and especially spend some time explaining that final question, because we only got to that at the very end of class. So you'll have to do that on your own time. So make sure you guys are hitting edit document. You can also open in the desktop app if you want to. It does not matter to me because it should auto save. So I'm not going to explain the top. You guys need to read over that yourselves because I don't want to waste any time. So the first two questions we did in class are pretty standard, just identifying some basic information. Please do those so you can understand what you're about to read about, and especially what sectionalism is. And you have a definition up here as well. So if you scroll down, you got some more vocab that you should read. And for each of the regions, north, south, and west, you'll have a couple paragraphs to read, and you'll have two questions. What physical and human geography did the region have? And what did the region, or how did the region make money? For some of these, not for some of these, it says physical features, examples, so mountains, rivers, climate, human feature examples I'm going to sum it up better than this. What kind of people live there? What do they do? How would you describe the way they live? These are just examples of different types of human features, but not all of these are in here. Now, for the first one, you'll definitely be able to find examples of physical features and human features. Like, how would you describe where are the people living? What kind of situations do they live in? Think about that when you're reading through this text. For physical features, mountains, rivers, and climates, that will be very obvious in this one. For the region economy, how did they make money? What kind of work did they do? Keep in mind, seeing words like trading or selling or stuff like that will help you find how they made money. Think about words in the text other than the word money. For the second one, the southern region, there's not a whole lot of physical features explained. So you'll really need to focus on the human features. Where are people living? How are they living? Consider that when you're answering this one. For region economy, it should be very obvious. This author, when they were writing it, it seems as if they were viewing each region strictly through an economic way. So there's lots of mention of how they made money. The western region is the one with the most variety, because if you think back to the map we saw in class, the west was kind of this big empty area that was like more than half the United States, and not a lot of people lived out there. So you'll learn a lot in this part about people moving there and what kind of things they did, how they lived once they got there. So you guys should be able to find physical feature examples and human feature examples. Now, for the last question, one big change that I talked about in class, or actually, sorry, I'll wait to get to that. So it says lesson reflection question: how are the three regions of the United States similar or different? You have to pick a side. This is like we've been practicing. We're making claims, we're making arguments. I want you to say that they're similar and tell me why, or I want you to say they're different and tell me why. If you don't really take a side and it's really gray and it's kind of, oh, they did this, but they also did this. They did that, but they also did that. You'll lose some points for that because, like I said, I want you guys to take a side on this. Just choose one. You can argue a good point for both of them. So first sentence is restate the statement and answer in your own words. Only got about 20 seconds left on this. Make sure you're citing three pieces of evidence. So you need to answer in your own words. Explain to me how you think they're similar or different. Use some good vocabulary. And then you're going to cite three pieces of evidence to show me how they're similar or different. So if you're saying they're different, you need to show me 3 ways they're different. And then you can add more detail in your third sentence, explaining all the ways or in more detail